video is sponsored by JJ Drones, the Droning Veteran, Want to Be Outdoors, and Chillin' in Indiana Carl. Welcome back to Off the Hook Outdoors. I'm Ted, your host, and welcome back to another bait making video featuring itMolds. Alright, so everything, all the mica powders mixed. Okay, so we use black. This is my little formula, what I like to do for the bluegill. We're going to go blue, black, and green in there right now. And then this is a little bit for certain baits, but my bluegill color, I like to add the copper into it differently. I like it, I think it's more natural. We will be right back, and I will show you how I shoot. We're going to take an injector. We'll put my glove on first, guys. Always safety first. Oil on it so they don't stick, so they don't pull out of the mold whenever you take it off. These, when you're doing laminates, you know, you don't want to waste side and remelt them all down to make one color, but you never know what color you want them to do well and shoot well. And I will show you what it looks like with the is the injector here, and what I do is I take the plug, I just cut it up in smaller pieces and put it back into the plastic. Let me take these off and I'll show you one individually so you can see the color and everything. Okay, I'm going to shoot a couple more of these, and then I am going to show you how I do the laminates. So in today's video, I'm going to be featuring and making the WUTZ-IT 4-inch forktail from itMolds. It's a jerkbait mold. I'm going to do a solid color, and I'm also going to do a laminate color, which is featuring the laminate plate. You can use it by shooting it with a double injector, but today I'm going to show you how you use the itMolds Lama plate for this mold. But before I do that, I wanted to ask you guys, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel, liking this video, sharing us out. We really do appreciate that, and stay tuned for the video. So before I start making the baits, I also wanted to mention itMolds. If you guys are interested in any way of making any kind of baits, making jig heads and anything like that, please check out itMolds. Their website will be in the description of my video. They have everything you need if you want to make baits, anywhere from lead jig molds to soft plastics, spinner baits, buzz baits. They have all your bait making tackle needed, colorants, glitters, plastisol, everything you need. So please go check them out. They're in the link of this video. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour out some plastisol. I'm going to put some swim bait and jerk bait plastisol in the cup, and I'm going to go about a 1 cup amount, and I'm going to be making my bluegill color today. So I'm going to be using some mica powders, some different glitters and everything like that. So I'm going to put this in the microwave for about 3 minutes. We're going to get it going, and then I'm going to start adding the colors. So stay with me. Alright guys, we got a couple of seconds here until I get the plastic out, and we're going to see how far along we are. Okay, so pull out the plastic. It looks like it's almost done. I'm going to give it a stir around here. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to add to this, because it does look like it's ready for some colorants here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the mica powder. Let's see, where the heck is my blue at? There it is right here. And we're going to go with the blue-green mica powder. So there's the mica powder right there. We're going to use a little bit. We're going to put that in there. We're going to stir it around, get it mixed in real well. You have to mix these mica powders in really well, guys. Like I mentioned on my last one that I used, the powders is just like a cake mix. You got to make sure that all this powder is absorbed, or distributed in your plastic and all broke down. So that gives you like a nice blue-green effect. and I'll show you that in a second here, guys. Okay. Alright, so everything, all the mica powder's mixed in. So we're going to take that, and then we're going to get some black glitter. We're going to add some black glitter. Not much. We're going to use about 1/8 of a teaspoon of black. So we're going to put some black in there. Okay, so we use black. We're going to use blue. Got the blue glitter. About the same amount of blue. And then we're going to add some green glitter. And this is just my little formula, what I like to do for the bluegill. And we're going to go a little bit, about 1/8 of a teaspoon also with the green. So we got blue, black, and green in there right now. And then this is the little bit of a different approach I take. I actually add copper glitter to this. A lot of people like to add gold. I like gold for certain baits, but my bluegill color, I like to add the copper into it. So I put about 1/4 teaspoon of the copper glitter in here. I think that just sets it off a little bit differently. I like it. I think it's more natural. So that's why I use it. So let's mix this up and see what it looks like. Make sure everything's mixed in real well. And we will be right back, and I will show you how I shoot this. Okay, so we are ready to shoot. I have my mold in the vise right here. I used the worm oil and did all the cavities. I got my injector here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a full injector, and we are going to add it. And once again, steady pressure straight down. I like to do it for about anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds. This is a cold mold right now, so I like to hold it down a little bit longer and keep some pressure on it so it doesn't have any denting or any really quick shrinkage, because that'll happen with a cold mold. Once it starts getting warming up, it accepts the plastisol a little better. So, okay, so we do that. And then I actually fill the sprue up with a little bit of plastisol there so it doesn't dent. And then I put the rest in the cup. And we will wait about 3 minutes until that's cured where we can take them out. Stay with me. We'll be right back. Alright, so this is the injector here. And what I do is I take the plug out of the injector. As you can see, there's the plug right there. And what I do is I reuse this plug. I just cut it up in smaller pieces and put it back into the plastic. I set this off aside for a second, get my injector back together, and now I take the baits out of the vise, and we're going to open them up and see what they look like. Let me open them this way so they stay down. So there they are there. You pull them out, and there are your jerk baits. And that is the 4-inch WUTZ-IT forktail from itMolds. Let me take these off and I'll show you one individually so you can see the color and everything. And like I said, once I get them off, I like to cut them with my scissors so there's a nice flat surface on the front. I just like to do that. You can just pull them off, but I like to cut them. And then this goes back into the plastic. Your mold goes back into the vise, and you're ready to shoot again after you heat the plastic up. So here is the mold right there. That is the bluegill color and the 4-inch jerkbait. Okay, I'm going to shoot a couple more of these, and then I am going to show you how I do the laminates. Okay, we got the plastic out of the microwave. We're going to take another full injector, and we are going to add it into the mold and steady pressure for a few seconds. And let that constant pressure, and I like to keep it down for a while. And we take it off, and then we fill the sprue with some plastisol, and we inject the rest back into the cup. Let that sit down. We give it about 3 minutes, and then we will show you the next set of baits here. Alright, so here is the baits again, and that's my next set of baits, and that is the jerk bait, the WUTZ-IT 4-inch forktail from itMolds. And we have one that's dented right there, guys, and that's what I was talking about, the denting. So you know, so what I'll do is I'll pull that off, and that goes right back into the cup. And then we have 3 good baits here. So next I'm going to show you how I used a laminate plate with these baits, and I'm going to be making Bubblegum Bluegill. So stay tuned. Okay, so we're going to move on to the laminates. Now you can do laminates with a dual injector where you have 2 colors on each side, and you push them down with even pressure and you get a laminate that way. But Do-It-Mold makes it really easy to do laminates with a 1 injector. They have a laminate plate, and if you see this mold here in this plate, you can see that it's a flat plate, and what I did was I actually put some worm oil on the side of this plate here, and then what it does is it fits right into your mold, so it looks like that. So there's a flat side, and then there's your mold side, which is, it'll shoot half of the bait. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in a vise. I'm going to mix up what I call Bubblegum Bluegill. And what that is I have some remelt right here. I have some bubblegum remelt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to melt this down. We're going to shoot the 1 half of the bait in the bubblegum, and then we're going to shoot the other half in the bluegill. And that's my Bubblegum Bluegill. So stay with me. Okay, so we have the pink, or the bubblegum, melted down. So what we're going to do is we're going to take an injector. We're going to put my glove on first, guys. Always safety first. So you get the injector. Take up all your bubblegum color, and then we're going to put it into the mold, push down with constant pressure. Now this has the laminate plate on it like I showed you, and the laminate plate does have worm oil on it so they don't stick, so they don't pull out of the mold whenever you take it off. So I'm going to keep this down with constant pressure for a while. And I want these, when you're doing laminates, you know, you don't want to waste the baits because you have 2 colors that are mixed, and you can waste the colors, or you can just throw them to the side and remelt them all down and make 1 color, but you never know what color you're going to get. So you try to keep your baits, you want to, you know, you want them to do well and shoot well for you, or you can waste your plastic. Okay, so that's that, and we're going to fill the sprue up with some plastic there, and we're going to push it back into the cup. And we're going to give us 3 minutes, and I will show you what it looks like with the laminate plate. Alright guys, so this is the plate right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this plate off. And there are here's your plate. Here's half of the bait that is shot. So what I'm going to do is I got to cut these out, and what I do is let me lay this down here so you can see. What I do is I get a razor blade, and I go over these right here, and I just make a slice on each one of these baits. Put a little slit just to cut that sprue off. So you use the razor blade and give it a cut. And then you're going to have to hold the bait and pull it apart. And that's what I do, is I hold it. Try to get this so you can see it. And I pull the sprue off, and the bait stays in there. And then I put this back in, then I close the bait up, and it's ready to shoot the other color in the vise. So stay tuned, and we will be right back. Alright, so we got the bluegill colored heated back up again, so I'm just going to stir it to get all the glitter mixed in really well. Off to the side, we're going to get a full injector, and then we are going to put it into the mold and down with steady pressure. And we're going to push this down because we want that hot plastisol to fuse with the other plastisol that's already in there. So I like to heat up my plastic for this second shot a little bit hotter than the original, because I want that to sort of melt the bubblegum color to this bluegill color, sort of fuse it together. So I like to push down a little harder and a little longer when I'm doing laminates. And then I'll fill the sprue back up, and I will push it back in there, and we will wait our 3 minutes, and I will show you the end result. Alright, so here is the moment of truth, guys. We're going to open up the baits, and we're going to hold this like this, and there we go. So there is the top part, is the Bubblegum. This one didn't shoot real well. See how it mixed in with the bottom. That's an okay bait. That's an oops bait. But there is the pink with the bluegill bottom. Let me cut these off here real quick, and I will show you the bait. And you can do it either way. You can do whatever colors you want on the bottom and the top. I think the bluegill looks really cool on the bottom with the pink on the top. And that is the bluegill, or Bubblegum Bluegill, guys. There you go. Bubblegum Bluegill. Alright, so that's it for the 4-inch WUTZ-IT forktail from itMolds. That is the bluegill color right there. And this is the Bubblegum Bluegill. See the bubblegum with the bluegill underneath, and that's a laminate. And itMolds makes it really easy to do laminates. If you're not comfortable with using a double injector, that will come in time. As you're making baits, you'll get more comfortable. But I wanted to show you guys the laminate plate from itMolds and the 4-inch WUTZ-IT forktail from itMolds. And once again, guys, if you're interested in any bait making, if you have any questions or anything, please email me. The email's in the description of my video, so please feel free to email me with any questions. And also go check out itMolds. They have all your bait making needs that you want. They're a great company, so I recommend you go ahead and check them out. And once again, email me with any questions. Please, if you haven't, subscribe to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please consider it. If you like my content, make a comment below and let me know if you like it or don't like the video. Let me know what you think that I could do to make it more enjoyable for you guys. Share us out. We always do appreciate that. And that's it for today, and we will see ya. If you would like to purchase any of my baits, please visit my new website, offthehookoutdoors.us. Thank you for watching, and if you'd like to subscribe to our channel, please hit that Off the Hook logo, and thank you for your support.